This is Ricky. So, I've been thinking a lot lately, and this has been an issue that has gone on in the church more recently, but it's the idea of the prosperity gospel. And for those of you who don't know what that is, because I didn't know what it really was until last year, is the message that if you serve the Lord and if you seek God, that He will bless you and He will bring you all these blessings and material things and this and that. And in some instances, He does. But the problem is that we put seeking God for His blessings over seeking God for who He is. And that's what this video is just going to be about. And I'm guilty of doing this just as well as I'm sure most Christians are. But our very motive for seeking, for pursuing God should not be for what He can do for us or for what He can give us, but for who He is, for simply who He is. And that's the relational aspect of having a relationship with Christ, is seeking Christ for who He is, not what He can do for us or not what He can give us. And I feel like this is something we all need to remind ourselves because especially in America, we get caught up in the material things and the material blessings. And as a side note, blessings don't always come in the form of money or material things. Many of the blessings that I received in my life have come from the people that God has placed in my life, the relationships I've had with people, my grandparents being an amazing example to me, having joy, having peace, having patience. These are all huge blessings from God, and I just want to add that in there as well. But yeah, basically, don't seek God because what He can do for you. And yes, He loves us, and yes, He showers us with His blessings, but it's not because of what we can do or what we can work up to doing or how we live. It's because of His grace, and it's because of His mercy, and because He loves us, that He wants to share us these things with us. And I think when we focus too much on what He can do for us or what He can give us, that we miss out on the whole point of having a relationship. How would you feel, and I'm pretty sure everyone has at least one person in their lives or who had been in their lives who sought them only because of what they can do for them and what they can give them. And sadly, this is the issue with, a lot of business relationships or, going into a romantic relationships seeking what that person can do for you. And that's extremely selfish. And I think we miss out on the whole point of being in a relationship with God. And it should not be for that purpose, but it should be to love Him, to get to know Him, to be changed and transformed by Him and by His love. And when that becomes our focus, yes, we do get blessings, but at the same time, remember, don't hold those blessings over who God is and our relationship with Him. And that's pretty much all I want to say. I don't want any of us to have a tainted relationship. I don't want any one of us pursuing the wrong thing, because when we're pursuing blessings, it's kind of like we're just worshiping ourselves, because these are things that we want for ourselves. And just I can't really refer to any right now, off the top of my head, but just in remembering when I read the Bible, a lot of the people that Jesus had follow Him didn't follow Him because of what He can do for them. Although some did. It did say some sought Him because He would bring them healing and all this stuff, but His followers that He called out followed Him because He was God. He was the Christ that they were looking for. And we shouldn't be those followers that follow Him because of what He can do for us, because we miss out on the whole point of who He is and what He's already done, and being content with what we have. And it's hard being in our society and, never being satisfied and always wanting more. But we have to remember that that's not really the message of God. And He wants to bless us, not always in material blessings, but in just having peace and being delivered from things and His grace and everything like that. So I just want to share that with you guys. It's something that's really been on my heart, and I really have to check my motives a lot of times. So move forward in Jesus. Keep pursuing Him for who He is and not what He can do for you. All right? See you later, y'all. Bye.